Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you the easiest, fastest and best way, cheapest, blah blah blah, way to get the artifact of the pack. So before we get started though, just want to say if you haven't subscribed, then do that, and like the video if you found it helpful, because if you did then I will be very happy. So let's get right into it now, shall we? Gonna obviously find the cave first, and we're starting roughly at these coordinates. 63.6 by 53.9. In the swamp, you have this sort of island in the middle of the swamp that I'm right above now, with all the bamboo. And if you look to the south, you should see this pretty big cliff forming there in the jungle. It is even marked on the map, so if you see there, that line on that island that I'm pointing to, that's the cliff. So just fly to that cliff and follow it, basically. Simple as that. Follow the cliff until you eventually see all those rocks right there. A bunch of rocks kind of piled on top of each other. And that is the cave. Very easy to find it. You know, the whole cliff is very smooth. But then you have this very jagged, rocky texture landscape thing right there. And you can see the entrance. 68.2 by 56.2 is the coordinates right there. So that's what we're bringing into the cave. Don't mind that, that's just a mod. But we're bringing in some fur armor. Depending on the quality, you might not need the whole set, but it is cold in the cave, so you do need to bring some to stay hot or regulated temperature-wise. We're also going to bring a crossbow with some arrows. You can obviously use a better weapon when you are later in the game, but I just want to show that you can do it with a crossbow as well. Like, you don't need a very fancy weapon. A crossbow is what you need. In terms of mount, we're going to use a raptor. I would usually use a saber-tooth, but this cave is kind of cramped and stuff. There are some areas where you actually can't get through with a saber-tooth. So we need to use a raptor for this cave if we're going to be able to go through the whole thing. So that's why I'm using a raptor, because it's the only thing that fits. So, and plus, I mean, they are easy to tame as well, so that's a bonus. So we're using a raptor. So now, let's head into the cave. Just had some technical difficulties with my RG, so I had to just fix that. But now let's head into the cave. It is pretty easy to navigate here at first. So it might seem like there are several ways, like which one to go. For example, here, are you walking this way or that way? Well, you can walk either because they meet very shortly. I like going the left one. It's just hug the left, like, cave wall there. You can see where the other one would just come out there. And they both meet right here. So it doesn't matter which one you take. So the same here, you can go either right or left. This is just a little shortcut. So you don't need to go around and down like that. And they all meet up, so you have to go through here. So this is the first barrier. If you use a different creature, the Thyla, for example, doesn't fit through here. But I'm gonna show you where the big problem is. So here you'll see a big kind of cliff to your right, as you can see there. I mean, you can jump down. It's all up to you, but we're gonna not do that. So the first creatures will appear here, so we have to fight through those. So I'll be back when they're dead. There we go. Leveled up as well. Gonna get some health from this guy. Okay. So just continue. Again, don't jump down. Or, I mean, you can if you want to, but I'm gonna show you how. If you're not using a raptor, then definitely don't jump down, because saber-tooth can't fit through, so they can walk up here. You'll see what I mean really shortly. So head down this way. Just basically just follow the path. And we meet some more animals. Watch out for their spit, because if you didn't know, the spit deals damage to the armor. So we're gonna kill these. Walk through here, you can see it does take some damage because when you bite them, a portion of your damage is kind of sent back to you. Some animals here as well, and you can see there's two different kind of ways there. I'm gonna just kill them and then I'll be back. Looks like my otter regulates my temperature good enough, but I'm still gonna use the fur armor. I can just show you though, because I can take that off. And I'll quickly just throw him off. And there you can see it is freezing cold. So, use an otter. Mine seemed to regulate my temperature good enough, but I think it actually gets colder in the cave, but I'm still going to wear the armor, because if I do dismount, I won't freeze to death, or I won't take too much damage. But anyways, we have two ways here. One is just leading to some crystal, and it's a dead end. Dung beetle there, though. So we're going to take the right. Just fight your way through as normal. And then just head down, and then you can see this gap right here. This is where the saber-tooth doesn't fit through. So you can't bring a saber-tooth or pretty much anything except a raptor through here. So that's why you're using a raptor, because the saber-tooth doesn't fit through here. Then we have two different ways we can go. That leads to that big room that we were at, like where the pathway was going. You could look down in like that pit. However, it's usually a bunch of creatures here, so I don't... Oh, okay, never mind. It's empty, but it's usually a bunch of creatures, but there is nothing here, as you can see. Nothing of any value. And you can see up there where we were. Little pathway going. So you don't really need to go this way, but I can show you what's there anyway. You want to head to the left. Just follow the crystal there. Head down. You can see it's a bit cramped here and there, but will do. Then you can just jump down there. It's a shortcut. And the first note is right here. The Lystrosaurus at 68.6 by 59.2. And we can continue heading down. And we have another two different ways. So that one kind of leads towards the artifact. But we're going to go to the left if we want an explorer note. So just head to the left. You have another two ways. I believe that one also goes down to the artifact, but we gotta head straight, so head to the right. No, to the left. Just keep left. Until you come to this big open room with water underneath. A little parkour, but the raptor should handle that perfectly. Just jump across twice. Just like that. Might be some creatures here, but some metal and stuff. And then if you walk over here, there is some explorer note, an explorer note. Helena note number 11 at 69.7 by 61.3. So then just head back. Shouldn't be hard to just jump across. Then we can just head down this way. Fight our way through, of course. And that leads to those red mushrooms, so we would have... That's where we were, so it's just a little shortcut if we've gotten that note. So the red mushrooms there, you could see that alien vibration earlier, or the alien structure kind of weird thing that it does. In fact, the only thing that really happened is that we skipped a few bats on the way, so... Yeah. Continue heading downwards. And you get to this ruin right here. So walk in it and look to your right here, right next to this little metal node. It's the Mammoth Dossier at 71.3 by 59.8. So all the dossiers were at the kind of road towards the artifact, so I took them first this time. But obviously later, when you've kind of gotten all those, you don't actually have to keep like parkouring and all that. So here we get water, and this is where most people are like, oh, it's a dead end, what do we do now? Well, first of all, be careful, because there are Sarcos here, as you can see. They can make you dismount, like what just happened, so I'm gonna use this while my Sarco fights that raptor. If you can come and help me, mate, that would be awesome. There we go. So be careful with that. Obviously that would have gone quicker if we had a better weapon, but you can see there that the crossbow worked fine. But you can see the water, so first of all look out for Sarcos, although they usually aggro if you just stand on the edge. But we can't really see it now, but there are a bunch of piranhas usually in this water. So if I just jump down here... yeah, there we got one. So what you want to do is just go back, and they should... Well, if they don't die for some reason, then you can see that they're swimming away. So you can kind of shoot at least the ones that you can see, like those. You can kill them from a safe distance, like this. If I can hit it. There we go. But obviously you can't see all of them, and you can also see in this water that it's freezing. So you can see that some of them are coming to get us, so... For some... What is happening? Why are they just dying? Okay. Sure. So, you can just let that happen. Is that a new thing where they just die as soon as they approach the surface? I don't know. But anyways, we've done that. So, clear out the piranhas or let them swim away to the other side of the map. However, the most reasonable thing to think is that you have to head down into those crystals, because the whole thing here is that it's a big maze of a bunch of like underwater tunnels that you need to navigate to find the artifact. But there is a much easier way to do it, and it works very well with this raptor. So first of all, you gotta go for a little swim, which is why you kind of want to clear out the water. And you basically want to swim over here, so that's the crystal tunnel start. And you can see, if you look up, it's kind of hard to see, but it's a way going up there. So the crystal is right there. We're getting attacked by some piranhas. But basically, you can kind of try and jump up on the side here. And you can see that it kind of is a path up there. You can barely see it, but it's a little green light. If I jump there, you can kind of see the green light. So jump, get up here, and now you kind of just need to run up. And you can see that if you run up kind of back and forth, you start climbing this area thing. And yeah, just run up this thing and run back and forth, and you will see that you'll start climbing it until you eventually end up at the top here. You'll encounter some bats. So I'm gonna kill those. Just like that. So we have some bats that we kill. And after that, just follow this way, like follow the tunnel here. And if you go to the down here, you can see the artifact. So this is where you would come up if you follow the maze. But the maze is very long and confusing. Plus it is full of piranhas, as you can see right there. So it's gonna take forever, and you're gonna like have to clear it out and fight and stuff. So much easier is just to walk up there, obviously. Plus you don't need scuba gear, so you can do this as soon as you get a raptor. So here's the artifact. So just take it. And you can just take the same way back. So just walk up here again. Jump down. Just swim across. And then you take the same way out. So if you wanna, you can walk around, but easier is just... Oh shit, that's a Sarco. Oops. That's actually a max level. Gonna let my raptor handle that. Thank you. I was also, I went the wrong way, so that was perfect. Just go up this ruin. See, the shortest way up. And then just basically walk upwards. So, I mean, left. There's a few bats there that we can skip fighting, so obviously you might have cleared those out. But that's the shortest way up, but because I went the other way, and there's bats there, I'm just gonna go this way. That's where that Helena note was, over there, so we're gonna head the opposite way. That way is where we could have ended up. You can see the bats there and the alien structure, so that's where we just were. Again, the shortest way, but I have to fight through bats, so it's easier to just go around. First note. Continue to just walk upwards. You can see the whole cave just goes up. Here you have two different ways. That leads to that big kind of room. So we're gonna head to the right. Here's that gap where the saber-tooths don't fit through. Just walk upwards. Here's the dung beetles that we saw in the crystal. Continue to just walk up, and here we are. That's a big room. And now we're just kind of walking towards the entrance of the cave. Let's just walk up here. Just show you that it ends up at the same place. Here we got those red mushrooms. Let's just head through that and head this way, and you can head to the right, left here, and we're back at the entrance. So that's where we went in, to the left. Now we came out on the right. Then just walk in, and here's the entrance. Yay, we're out. It was as easy as that, guys. No need for scuba gear. Don't need to dive through the tunnels. You don't even need to use a grappling hook, as many people do. You can just use the raptor all the way to the artifact. So if you did find this video helpful, again, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time, where we'll be getting the artifact of the Skylord, and then finally the artifact of the Strong, which is one of the hardest ones to get. Anyways, thank you so much. See you later. Bye.